Alright guys, before we get into today's video, we did sell some hoodies a couple weeks ago, and a lot of people were interested in that. We thank you guys a ton for wanting to buy those and having interest in buying merchandise from us. I have been working on this for a while now and trying to get some samples to me, and they finally came. The shipping took like 2.5 weeks for me to get them, just because they were designing the logos and everything. But we do have a couple shirts ready that you guys will be able to purchase. I'll put the link in the description below. And yeah, basically it's a third party. It's called Teespring. It's basically a company that's owned by Google, and it helps YouTubers be able to sell merchandise without having the overhead cost of buying all of the stock, shipping it and everything. And it's just a really easy process for us, and a way that we can generate a little bit of revenue to put back into the channel and put back into the trucks. And it's really easy, and they print them as you ship them. So this is the first one we have. Has the logo on the front, not really the 100% official logo. The screen print is definitely, I'm gonna rate it at like a 7 out of 10. I mean, it's not the prettiest thing, but I mean, it's a shirt. It's pretty decent. And then on the back it says real trucks are built, not bought. So that's the first shirt we have. It's a Hanes. It is a 100% cotton Hanes shirt, so you guys know what you're getting. And it did take about 2 weeks to get it. As people start to order them, the lead time will probably be a little shorter than that, but because they had to design the screen print and everything. So that's the first one we have. They're listed on the website. And this is the second one we have. So it has the logo on the front, and then on the back it has the 12 valve covers, and then it says Dirty Diamond Diesel down the side. And I'll probably try to make one for the 24 valve as well. But this is the 12 valve one we have for now. And then just the same logo on the front. And this is also a Hanes 100% cotton. So the shirts are obviously, I mean, if you guys have bought 100% cotton shirts before, it is gonna shrink a little bit. So just order accordingly to that. But the shirt itself feels really nice. I mean, it's just a Hanes shirt, so it's not 100% top of the line, but they will be listed in the description below. So if you guys want, you can go get your merchandise. All right guys, we're at the old Rural King again. We're to the point now in Mason's build where he has to go to town about once a day just to get parts and random stuff that he doesn't have. So we're gonna get Skylar a wheelchair here so he can get it fired up. Go ahead and sit him on down in there.
If I can fit.
Yeah, you can fit. Get that old girl fired up. You're good to go, man. Can you bend your leg good enough for that? Or are you just gonna hold it up?
I can't hold my leg up.
Man on the back, like Rambo. You can get it for him. Let's go buy some stuff. Section at Rural King. That's where he buys all his fabricating material for his truck, and extremely overpays for it every time.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually what his head studs in his truck are made out of right here. Funny fact, if you microwave these though, they will work. You just have to microwave them before you use them. See what else we can get while we're here. Get him make some ducting to keep his brakes cool when he's on the track.
All together?
No, separate. Have a serious problem.
We offer replacement one.
We really got to stop going to this place together.
Yeah.
This is really, really not a good place to go.
Go in for 3 things, walk out with 1.
Yeah. I didn't even plan on buying anything at all. But I guess we'll do a little review at some point on our Milwaukee Stubby Impact. I've been wanting to get one of those for a while, and they had it on sale, so I had to get it. Got a Milwaukee portable air compressor. We're gonna see if it'll air this tire up with the small battery in it. How much you want in there? Probably. So put 45 in it. I did finally pick up one of these Milwaukee Fuel brushless 3/8 stubbies. I think this thing is going to be awesome to have for transmission removal and basically anywhere. I think this right here with a swivel socket setup, I still need to get some good swivel sockets, will be a deadly combination. Basically, you take this and your swivel sockets and you get in the engine bay, and you shouldn't have to get out for a while because you should pretty much be able to do everything with this. I mean, it's so small. You can get in all your tight corners and everything. Like, it's so freaking small. Look at that. I mean, and this thing literally has the power to take off lug nuts. So I'm gonna do a full review on this. I'm gonna use it for a couple days, and I'm gonna do a full review. Looks like the battery's probably dead. Battery went dead. That's probably gonna be the only problem with it, is it needs a bigger battery. But I mean, just for like putting a couple pounds in it at the track. Okay guys, we've been cleaning, well, trying to clean up some of this wiring. It's kind of a mess, to be honest. Probably a lot of it's gonna get redone when we have time in between a race, but it's almost time to get to the track. So we're just kind of dealing with it, but I'm not really 100% happy with it. So we'll redo some of it, but I'm hooking up the external voltage regulator. So basically these things are pretty easy to hook up. If you don't have a computer on it, it'll make the alternator charge. So this goes to 12 volt key on power, and then either one of these can go to either field on the alternator, the two small output posts. So it doesn't really matter which one they go to. You hook those to the alternator. This goes to key on, and it'll control the alternator and won't let it melt the batteries. Me and Mason have also been rocking the side holster on our new impact guns. He got the non-theatrical version. It's all right. It's all right though.
When you're broke, you gotta come and go.
No, it's off Step Brothers when they're talking about the Chewbacca mask. It's okay, mine's not movie quality.
Works though.
This will be fine right here. Put that bolt in right there. There you go, son. No washer, and put that on the bottom of it. Got the intercooler boots on. This one's kind of in a kink. It's a little long, but probably just gonna live with that. Got that. Had someone TIG weld this and cut it down because we obviously can't do that. Over here on this side, we're bleeding the coolant system out. I got his charging wires to his alternator. We have the signal for the tach. All this stuff zip tied up. The hood stack made. We're gonna make, this right here wants to vibrate, so we're gonna make a piece to go from the tach down to the engine mount, because that will all move together. We were gonna try to tie it to the body, but that'd be dumb because the engine's gonna wanna move, so that would make no sense. So we're gonna tie from the engine mount down there in that hole right there and run a tab up and weld it. So it'll just come off in one piece and this won't vibrate down. And then we got some heat wrap to cover up our shitty welds. We're not welders. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Just trying to get the coolant system bled out. We're shooting for a first drive tomorrow. Tonight, I'm just gonna rig up some lights on it. Look at that. Needle nose pliers.
It's fine.
Skylar also got these hooked up for us. Made little pins that way these don't get lost. These will hook into the hood latch assembly. Real nice sharp edge there to cut your skin on. That's gonna hurt. Hope you're not in a hurry. The nozzle.
Nobody touched it.
Don't be messing with me. We also took the trans cooler off, welded up the bracket a little bit better, and painted it black. Also painted a couple other things. We took the shock towers off the truck, painted them black, put them on while they were still tacky. We got fingerprints in them, and I think that's pretty much it. We did have to run a cable from the charging system. This right here goes underneath the truck over to the starter, and yeah, we were really moving along on this thing. It's got boost now. It's really making some progress, guys. Like I said, we think we're going to be able to drive this thing tomorrow, and I'm pretty nervous about it, but I don't really know if I want to ride in it. It's like a tin can inside there, but we're at least going to set up a GoPro, and he's going to take it for a ride, and we'll see how everything goes. So obviously we're going to go on closed course in Mexico, so everything's hooked up. Everything's ready for it to drive. Obviously there's still small stuff here and there, but I mean, all the fluids and everything, boost lines, got coolant in it. Just waiting on it to bleed out a little bit more. Guys, we got the truck outside now, got it fired up. We're just trying to make sure that it's not overcharging. Looks like it stopped right at 15 volts, so it should be okay. Really need to look and see what this regulator's set at. Tach's working. It's a little jumpy, it needs adjusting, but it catches up. I need to adjust it on the alternator, so it'll stop doing that. Got oil pressure. Is the cooling gauge hooked up? You gotta let it go up to 10. Hey, turn that fan off. Next morning now, we want to go drive that, but we need some of that. So we're gonna go get some fuel. Before I can go on a ride in Mason's truck with him, I need to get me a seat. So I'll climb up here, I'll get me a seat. Mason's getting her topped off with some fuel. I got the GoPro set up in here, so you guys can kind of see the point of view angle of things. Right there. That's one nice thing about the GoPro. This wide angle will let you see pretty much everything. And you can see the tach and everything. And it's not really in his obstruction of view. I mean, it looks like it is, but it's really not. I mean, it's over to the left, so that's probably not gonna be a permanent spot. I'll probably maybe try to get a mount where we can leave it up here, so you guys can watch the gauges and everything. And it'll also be a good way for us to do some 12-valve data logging. We can monitor all of our gauges. Fix that weather strip real quick. There we go. Oh, don't mind us. Just going to the market.
Leaking something? What's it leaking?
Oh, fuck.
Drain line?
The fucking downpipe came down and melted the drain line in half. Yeah, we fucked. How you doing? You wanted to give me a ride up the road here? Sure, I can do that. Alright, but we just blew oil on it. We pinched the hood stack. We thought that with the hood shut it wouldn't be able to fall over, but it did fall over, and it burned the oil pressure tube right in half. Put a pinhole. It didn't burn it in half, but I put a pinhole in it where it was kind of close to it. So we had to go get the old black truck, and we're gonna go pull Mason back to the house now. Here, get turned around. The house now. Well, the first drive was almost a success, but we didn't make it back to the house. We had to go rescue it. But that was just really our fault. But thought that the hood would have caught that hood stack. Really thought that the lip right here on this hood would have caught that from falling down, but somehow it vibrated out of it. And I mean, it was pointing like straight sideways, and it just melted the oil line right in half. It almost got some of our wires too, but luckily it didn't. So just a little pinhole right there. We'll just probably go get a new line from the from Napa or something, or wherever, and we'll get it fixed back up. And then before we drive it again, we will build our bracket to go from the downpipe to the engine mount, so that way that can't move at all. I will say it's pretty horrible to ride in there without the hood stack coming out the hood, because the smoke is just unbearable. But yeah, it probably didn't help that it probably vibrated sideways by the time we left the driveway. Making a support here for the hood stack, and you can basically see how it's going to go. There's 2 holes down here, 8mm holes. I thought they were 10s, that's why I drilled the hole so big, or Mason drilled the hole so big. And basically that's going to go into there, and then we're going to just weld it to the downpipe up here. And hopefully it's going to be possible to get everything out in one piece. I think we probably will be able to get it out in one piece, but if not, we will make it so that way this right here unbolts in half, and then that'll just stay on the motor mount. And we'll take this excess right here and just bolt it together. I mean, it doesn't need much. It doesn't need a lot of support, just enough to keep it from falling down. So my little dog, I've already verified that she's okay, otherwise I'd be in a hurry. She has been getting a little chunky, and she's stuck under the porch, so now I'm gonna have to take my porch apart to get her out. I think she's right below me here, and like I said, she's moving around. She just can't get out of this section she's got herself into. Come on. Can you fit through there, or do I gotta take another one off? Oh my gosh, you were ridiculous. Sage, why'd you do that? Sage, why'd you get under the porch and get stuck? Was that very smart of you? What did we learn today? You're too chunky to get under the porch now. Quick update, got the Had to change the starter on the truck. I went to put the signal wire on for the starter and over tighten that and snapped it in half. So had to put a new starter on it. I'll be able to fix. I'll have to basically take it apart and solder the inside of it. I do have the truck. I put oil in it. I got my return line ran, tied in with the head. You can see back there. And fuel lines are all done minus the pressure side to the injection pump. And then I have to wire up an air dog harness. I'm just trying to clean it up real quick, get it shortened down. But check this out, guys. She's turning over. This will basically go into there, but since the valve body's not in it, it doesn't sense that it's a neutral, and it has obviously a Parks safety switch on it. So moving right along. If I had the fuel line hooked up and some fuel in it, I could start it. And let's go in ahead and we'll show you guys. Mason changed it up a little bit on his hood stack setup. You guys be safe. Be home before 9 o'clock. So they took it on a drive, and I got some pretty bad news. You want to go ahead and just start it up and just real quick, and we'll just show them. I think the only reason why they said he's not mad is because he got to feel what this thing is really about. Well, we'll go ahead and show you guys. It's our fire-ringed engine. So the head's got to come off. I need a head gasket. And yeah, but I'll go ahead and put some clips in right now so you guys can see what it took to cause this. Eating, and Mason and Corey got the head pulled off of Mason's truck. Got it snuck off there. and just checked out the head. It doesn't appear to have any cracks in it, but it is clearly not firing. When I originally bought this motor, that's what we were told, but can't really point any fingers at anyone because it was kind of sold from one person to another, and then that's just what they were told. So we're kind of glad it's not firing, because if it blew it and it was firing, then we would probably be concerned. But the fact that it blew it and it's not firing or an O-ring job, and luckily the head, we caught it early enough to where it didn't crack the head or anything, and it's all in really good shape. The head looks pretty new, or like it's just been resurfaced, but apparently we put a little bit too much sauce to her still. So that's where we're at with this thing. All right, guys, so the parts did come in for the Duramax. Me and Bailey are headed to pick them up right now, and we're gonna get going on that. But this is gonna wrap up the end of this video. So make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel, and like I said at the beginning, all those shirts and everything are available on the website. Just go ahead and click the link in the description below, and you guys can check all those out. Like I said again, you know, if you guys want to order one, all that will be put back into the channel. So I do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next one.